All right, another day out on the lake. Man, it is freaking windy this morning. I came over here to this protected side of the lake. It's not a big lake. Unfortunately, this side has a road next to it, so there's some road noise over here. But honestly, I think there's more fish on that side, but right now it's so windy. I'm just gonna, at least try on this side for a little bit. Worst comes to worst, I might just have to brave the wind, but hopefully the wind dies down a little bit as the day moves on and we can go back to the more productive side of the lake. But definitely not out of the woods over here. I definitely think there's still gonna be fish on this side of the lake. But yeah, that's why we're over here, because man, it was super windy. I was not expecting that this morning. Almost like white capping in this small little lake. But as far as fishing goes, we're gonna do a little bit of a challenge today, a rainbow trout challenge. So if you watch my last trout fishing video, I killed it on this one color. It was like a pink. Well, I have it tied on right now. It's like a pink with an orange on the bottom, or maybe it's orange on top, pink on bottom, I don't know. Anyways, I have it tied on right now, so if I catch a fish on it, you'll see. But every time I catch a fish, I'm gonna switch the lure. So we're not gonna use the same lure to catch 2 fish today. At least that's the plan. And truth be told, this is actually the second time that I'm trying this little challenge. I tried it out the day before yesterday, but unfortunately, when I got to the lake, I realized that I forgot a key component to the challenge, and that was the lures themselves. I forgot the whole bag of plugs. So anyways, I got them all with me today. A lot to choose from, and I accidentally dropped them in the water, so some of them are waterlogged here. But anyways, they'll still get the job done. So that's the deal. I'll show you the lures as I go through them. Hopefully we can knock them off one by one, fish by fish, and yeah, that's the plan. First bite. Strike. Well, right back in the same area. We're gonna have to work this area. There's at least one fish in there that's hungry, but he's struggling to figure out how to eat this plug. We're gonna have to give him a third chance. Right in here. See where I got bit last time. Right on cue. That feels like a heavy fish. Man, it's been a little bit of a grind. A couple of short strikes. Oh, it's right on the surface. It's right on the surface. Finally, we got one to stick here. I thought it was big, but when I saw it jump right there, it didn't look as big. So we'll see. Regardless, I'm just happy to have a fish on the line at this point. Conditions are tough. The bite is also tough, but fish. Get in there. All right. Long time coming. We got one in the box. I know I said it last time, but man, super happy that I have this new upgraded net from Promar. Really infinitely easier to get my troubles out of this net. But anyway, give you a quick look at this fish. There we go, nice little healthy stalker. And I caught that one on this color that I was talking about earlier, the pink on top and orange on the bottom. This is the same color that I had a ton of luck with last time I was out. But like I promised, we're not going to catch any more than one fish on any one lure today, so I'm going to swap that out. But first, put this one on the stringer. Yeah, get back to trolling. Alright, taking this one off. This is what I just caught the fish on. I think I forgot to mention in my last video, this is the 2 3/4 inch version. I think there's a few different sizes, and then this is also the floating version. So apologies for this wind noise, but anyways, next up on the list is going to be this color. Green on the top, orange on the bottom. It's kind of like a fire tiger. Alright, trying to get a little protection from the wind, so apologies in advance for this wind noise. But anyways, next up on the list is this one right here, and this is going to be the same length, same weight as the last one that we caught the fish on, so it should dive down to that same water column, but obviously it's a different color. So this is the green on top, orange on bottom. It's like a fire tiger type pattern. So anyway, we'll throw this in. I'll just keep the same one on this side, I think, for now. Fish. Get the fish. Alright, let's see how we can do this. We're gonna have to go into the wind, so apologies in advance for the noise. Come on in. I really like this color. Before the last trout video, I never used this color before. Yeah, the lure's in the mouth, but I think somehow the leader wrapped around the fish. It's coming a little funky. Yeah, so with all that barrel rolling, somehow this leader got wrapped up around him. See him just rolling some more. Alright, fish number 2. And if you don't have one of these in your tackle box with this color, highly recommend checking it out. I'm definitely a believer in it, but we're gonna stick with the same size and weight. This is the sinking version, 2 3/4 inch, but this is a more natural color, kind of like brown or black on the top, silver on the bottom. We'll throw that in on this side. We still got the fire tiger color on this side. Let's see if we can get another one. Just working the same line. I tell you, stock trout are so predictable sometimes. I mean, when there's one, there's usually more than one. So if you find a little spool of them, you can really plug away, pick them off one by one. This one, I don't know if it's smaller, but it seems to be coming in fairly easy. Scoop them up. Came off right in the net. Just like that. One more color down. So this one, that's what just caught that last fish. More natural color. Pretty similar to the lures that I've been using so far. Now I'm going to switch it up big time. Got a totally different style bait. This is the, got a different name. This is the El Minnow. Sinking version. 2 5/8 inch, 1/4 ounce. There it is right there. Still got pretty small lips, so I think it'll dive down similar depth range. But it's got a different body style, so probably different type of action. Let's hold it in the water here real quick. So just holding it next to the kayak, it looks like this one has even more action than the last one. So, I don't know, it looks good from my end. We'll see if the fish like it. Still got another pinch minnow on this side, so, you know, it'll be a good comparison between the two. If this one just doesn't get any bites, then I might switch back to another version of that pins minnow. But for now, let's try something a little bit different, see if it works any better or worse. Honestly, I think it's probably going to be pretty similar, but we'll see. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Right away. Dang it. That was a good fish. This one's only been down there for like a minute or two, so maybe this one might work even better. I don't know, we'll see. That was a good bite though. Fish on, fish on. I'm just resetting the camera from the other bite on this side. And this side just got slammed. Man, we hit a good little sweet spot right there. Maybe it's the same fish. I don't know, but yeah, this rod got slammed. Really looked like a good fish. Unfortunately, it did say pin, but then literally like 5 seconds after I went to reset the camera, this one just went off. Like I was just saying, sometimes those fish really stack up, especially these stock trout. They all like to stick together as a pack a lot of times. So it could have been that we just went through a nice little school there. The main camera just died, but bring them in on the side here. at that, right into the net. That was a close one, we almost lost that one. A little bit nicer fish there. Got a big old scar on him, looks like from a bird or something trying to grab him. Right in the middle, but escaped the bird, but couldn't escape me. So we got 4 on the stringer now, and that's what caught the last one. Another little pins minnow. And so now I got one, a little bit different size on this one, a little bit different style, and I'm going big on this one. We're gonna put another pins minnow, but this is the 3.5 inch. Let's see how much weight this one has. 1/4 ounce, 3.5 inches, and that's the same fire tiger type color. If I had the pink one, I'd probably put the pink one on, but this is the only one I have in this size. So let's try this, see if we can get a bigger one for the last one. This one's working pretty good. I might have to investigate the productivity of this lure a little bit more. I was a big fan of the pins minnow, well I still am, but this one seems to be getting quite a few bites too. Number 5. But one thing that I didn't notice at some point, I don't know when it happened, but at some point one of my fish wiggled off the stringer. So only 4 left, but regardless, still a good day out here. Nice little stringer fish there. Yeah, especially that last one. This is the last one? No, this is the last one we caught right there in the front. Pretty good looking fish for a stocked trout. So successful mission out here. I caught fish on pins minnows, all kinds of different colors, different weights, and then that final fish came on this lure right here, which actually might have to use it a little bit more because it got 2 hits. First one being within the first like 60 seconds that I had put it in, and then that last fish came on it as well. This one also has orange bottom, so maybe that played a part into it being successful, but either way, I would say the ocean is still my home when it comes to fishing, but I do enjoy coming out to the local lake and tugging on some stock trout every once in a while. So anyway, I'll leave all these lures linked in the description, just like I did before. I definitely recommend adding one of these to your arsenal if you're a trout fisherman. It seems like that color, that orange on the bottom, pink on top, for whatever reason, at least in the last couple videos, has been working really well. But anyway, I'll leave all those lures linked in the description. Like I mentioned in my last video, I'm a part of the brand ambassador team at Yozuri, so really excited to put some of their lures to good use out here in the freshwater, but I do have some big plans for some of their bigger plugs out in the saltwater. Still real early, a little bit cold, at least in the Bay Area, for some of those fish that I'm looking to target with those lures. But come summertime, or at least when the water starts warming up a little bit, you can look forward to seeing some of those lures in future videos. But that's all for now. Thank you all for watching. Stock trout limit number 2 in the books. We'll see you on the next one.